So just a quick update on some of the pairs. We've got the pigeon silver and the pigeon snakeskin, which is the male. The red pigeon snakeskin here is the male, telling me to get well out of his way. And then obviously mum at the back there. They're on day 9 of fry, so we're on the 16th today. And they became free swimming on the 7th. So yeah, all still on the parents. I'm feeding sporadically some of the baby brine shrimp, but they're not showing a huge amount of interest. I did put a bit of Hikari First Bites paste put in with Interpet's Liquefy 1, which I've had a bit of success with before, which is like a paste that contains bacteria and microorganisms that if you mix with Hikari, you can get it into like a paste or a cream that you can kind of just inject in on mum's back or dad's back, wherever the babies are, and it kind of gets them a taste for alternative foods instead of the slime coat. They're direct next door neighbours are the Blue Diamond pair, or one of the Blue Diamond pairs. They spawned, when was it, 2 days ago. They're on wrigglers now. They've got a little bit of fungus built up, but there are a fair amount of wrigglers on the cone there. You've got at least 50 to 60 wrigglers there, if not more probably, because they're around the back of the cone and I can't really see. I've got my own cone guard design on here. I'll turn the sponge off for now and just pull the airline off, but what I've found is with a lot of cone guards, Discus just want to get to the eggs and they see the fungus as a threat or a danger, which it quite often is, to the eggs, and they peck away at that fungus. The problem is while they're pecking at that fungus, their great big mouths are also eating a lot of the healthy eggs, and they end up consuming so many and get so much protein from it that they kind of give up and abort the batch, as it would be. So I always put a cone guard on, and as you can see from the watercolour, a bit of meth blue in it. The problem with most cone guards, as I say, is they don't have a top, so the discus can kind of angle themselves and get down inside, and you quite often get scratches and bacterial infections on their gills. But also you will find that they nudge the cone off, they push it to one side, and then they can just reach through the mesh. What I do is I put a top on top of the cone, on top of the cone guard, sorry, and cut a hole in it the exact size of the cone. Use cable ties just to join it together and then slide it down. What that then gives me is a solid seal, so they can't push it, they can't knock it around. But obviously what it's now lacking is the fact the parents can't fan the eggs. You can see Dad there doing his best to forward fin to fan the eggs and keep any nasties off the eggs, but generally speaking their ability to actually fan and protect the eggs is much less. So what I do is I attach 2 air stones onto each side, and the one that is furthest away from the eggs, the one over here, I connect an airline to it and turn it on at a very slow flow. What that does is it just creates a current past the eggs very gently, effectively replicating what the parent would do, just to make sure nothing sticks to those eggs and causes them to fungus up. And also those 2 air stones that are weight, they also weight the cone guard down, so it just stays down on top. Now I'm lucky enough that also over here in the rest tank, I have a couple of tanks set up. Sorry, excuse all the food in the corner. These guys are proper defending this corner and not letting the rest of the guys get their dinner today. So they're guarding, so I'm going to need to hoover that out in a second. But the reason why they're guarding is because they've spawned on the back there. Good news is we're 1 day difference between this spawn on the back of the tank and the spawn of the other Blue Diamonds. So whilst the likelihood of them being able to successfully raise them in the community tank or the rest tank is very slim, at least I can hopefully turkey baster them out when they get to wrigglers and actually put them in with the other Blue Diamond babies and let the parents effectively act as surrogates. The reason why they're out of their breeding tank is I hate keeping Discus in the 18-inch cubes for a prolonged period of time. Some people will get a Discus pair and just leave it in there. I insist on always giving them a break, so making sure they have a 6-8 week period where they're away from the cube, back in a community tank, able to socialise and also have a little bit more swimming space. The tank they're in here is 5 foot long in comparison to the 1.5 foot cube that they were in before. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favour, click that subscribe button, give me any comments, ask any questions you want to, and I'll be back tomorrow with an unboxing of some new fish coming in from Brazil. See you then. Take care. Bye-bye.